Hello, this is Amos Tarfa, or Amos the Math Guy. In this video, I want to talk briefly about the upcoming plans for our math and science curriculum. Before I go into more detail, I just want to share that I have written a few books through the years, by God's grace, books from Achieving Excellence as a Young Person to Christianity 201, The Pursuit of Excellence, to Why Do I Exist? And then the main one that I'll be focusing on is Tools for Mastering Mathematics as a tool to the discussion of our math and science curriculum. I've taken some time off from publishing books, it seems like now, and by God's grace, we actually have a series of books that will be coming out over the next 6 months. I'm excited to talk about all of that, but before I do that, I want to give the umbrella of this. This project is under the STEM Excellence framework that we're releasing, that we're launching in October. And basically, STEM Excellence is recreating the atmosphere that created some of the top scientists, mathematicians, and thinkers, such as Isaac Newton, James Clerk Maxwell, Michael Faraday. And what we're doing is we're reading some of their actual books, we're learning about how they were educated, and then we're trying to give students the best education possible within that framework. I'll give you a quick example. James Clerk Maxwell was homeschooled for a season, and then he lost his mom when he was 8 years old. He lost his mom. And the thing about Maxwell is that he was given an opportunity to flourish in the giftings that he had. When there was no limits that was set to his educational experience, Maxwell this guy went far. You'll see a video I'm going to be making about him here very soon, where he was able to find out the components of the rings of Saturn before we ever had any space probes go out there. And when we sent the space probes out, he was right. There was someone who once said about Maxwell, like, can't you ever be wrong on some of your problems? I mean, this guy was so good at what he did. Did work on light, showing us that light was electromagnetic radiation, kinetic theory of matter, and I could go on and on. He published his first paper at the age of 15. The reason why that's interesting is because by looking at Maxwell's life, we can learn ways to provide a better education to students today. Because you'll see in one of the books in my series called Expired that modern education expired on September 4th of 1998. What do you mean by that? The moment we got the opportunity for knowledge acquisition to be readily available to everybody through things like Google, that's the day that Google was launched, my question becomes, what is the point of knowledge acquisition from a classroom setting? If we make it exclusive to a classroom setting, we're missing the point that there's something called the internet. Am I saying children don't need teachers and mentors? No, that's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that the time that teachers spend with students needs to change quite a bit if the knowledge acquisition portion can be done in a different way, sometimes even more efficiently using the internet, where students can use any of the resources available to learn the topic at hand. So teachers then should focus on what is the skill or what is the topic that I want to focus on this week. The students know what's going on. And maybe the teacher can add a layer of teaching the history and philosophy of science. That's part of what STEM Excellence, the other book I'm writing, is about. Teaching how to, bringing education to students in a unique way, not this model that says, sit down, I'm going to teach you from lesson 5 in your textbook, as though your textbook is the only thing that you can learn from, when you can learn the same concept from a different textbook that might be better fitted to your situation or better fit to your situation. Okay, I don't want to go on and on some of the summaries, but I just wanted to explain that we have a series of books coming out. We have STEM Excellence, we have Expired, and then we have one that focuses on the story of James Clerk Maxwell, Michael Faraday, Leonard Euler, and William Wilberforce. I have a team that is helping me coordinate this, and I'm excited to basically share more on this over the next few weeks. One of the ways that I'll be sharing about the information in the book or in the series I'm writing is through my podcast, the STEM Excellence podcast, and the series we're doing right now in our education series called Expired, 95 theses to help us reevaluate modern education. So join me for the series that begins on September 23rd, God willing, as I go through the different aspects of why everybody needs to be asking, why are we doing this in education, right? Why are we just going with that or that? And if you're homeschooled, I have resources to help enhance your homeschool experience. But for those who are traditional schools and for principals and administrators, I really want us to be asking the question, what are we doing in providing the best education possible to students today? And what is the point of of what we're doing. But here's the thing, though. Sorry, I don't want to keep mentioning that question over and over again. But here's what I'm trying to get at. Every child is unique. So parents, there's a role for you in helping educate your child. Doesn't matter what school your child attends. You know your child very well. What are the things that gets your child excited? What are the things that gets them passionate? Are you investing and nurturing the gifts that God has blessed them with? Or are you just leaving it up to the school to figure it all out? I really want to encourage you to take a step back and see how you can partner with the schools that your children attend to provide them with a high quality education. I'm excited to do this series on Expired, and please feel free to send your thoughts, comments, objections. Amos, themathguy@gmail.com. Amos, themathguy@gmail.com. But our podcast series will be coming out again, short episodes every day, weekday. And then on the weekends, you get your STEM Excellence Special, which is like a podcast recording where I ask people questions and like interview physicists, chemists, biologists, economists. And this is all about raising the next generation of top thinkers. We're brainstorming how we can inspire students. We're compiling this to our website, and we're going to have a portal where you can, for those who are subscribed to the STEM Excellence Network, they can log in, they can watch these episodes, they can ask questions, engage with us on different questions about science and mathematics and their career preparation phase and college preparation phase and SAT and ACT preparation. We have all those resources, but we're connecting it all with helping the children have a vision for life first. That's the first thing we need to establish. What is your vision for life? And then how do you get to that destination? So, in conclusion, the podcast series begins on September 23rd. We will be covering topics in education, STEM excellence, career, vision, study skills, strategies for excellence in educational achievement. We'll be talking about all of that, as well as the history of some of the top thinkers and scientists the world has ever seen. So stay tuned. This week, one of the main people I'm going to actually highlight is a man by the name of Galileo Galilei. So we're going to talk about the history of the scientific revolution, the math and the science and the scientific revolution, and Nicolaus Copernicus, Galileo Galilei, Johannes Kepler, and Isaac Newton. Those four guys are very influential from about 1540 to about 1687. So we're going to study their lives in detail in the first series of episodes. Thanks for watching. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. I look forward to sharing more with you on the history and philosophy of science. Have a blessed day, take care, and we'll see you on the next episode.